So, in Yoruba land, we don't really say the king is dead. All right. So you only say the king has gone to meet his ancestors. The king has tried. I want to look for the right English word. It's like saying, instead of saying he's dead, you will say the king has Baikuda, or the king has Waja, which means the battle, which is the physical, the battle of this world, which is that physical part. He has concluded his own work. He has concluded his own assignment here, where he's now going to be an ancestor. So he has now sort of a switch to the other side. He did not die. Obaki waja oba. I mean, so Obaki iku oba man wajani. So yeah, we say that Olubadan has waja, and I have also just been told that Ladoja will be Otun now, which means the former governor for your state, Rashidi Ladoja, is going to be the next Olubadan after this. Sorry, don't put it that way. There is going to be another person who is going to be the new Olubadan in the next few days. They will announce him, okay? And once that one becomes Olubadan, Rashidi Ladoja will now become Otun. Otun means if the next person that will be the Olubadan dies before Ladoja die, so Ladoja will take over after him. But if Ladoja dies before the next Olubadan dies, so it's just probably gonna. That's the one. Is that one? I'm not too sure. Would they just go straight to Ladoja's family and say Ladoja's family should give them somebody, or another person will just move to Ladoja's place as Otun, and Ladoja's family will nominate somebody that will now go and start from number 12 or something, Abi? Because Ladoja has been from number 9. So number 9 or number something, right? Before he got to number 4, number 3, now it's number 2. So the person who became number 1 will become Olubadan. When that one dies, Ladoja will shift. So Ladoja will be the Olubadan. Another person will now take over Ladoja, like that, Sha. It's quite interesting, isn't it? That is tradition, our tradition, that the criminal politicians in Nigeria continue to desecrate. They continue to destroy. And yes, they are leaving the carcass for, the generations that are going to meet all of this. They will be the ones figuring it out. Like, did we not hear that Yorubas used to be so and so? Well, no thanks to the criminal politicians of a certain era or generation. They mocked it, they destroyed it by politicizing it. And here we are. Nothing is left of it. But we do have a very great culture that they would not be able to erase just easily without a fight. No, it's not going to go down without a fight. Promise. So here, I am thinking that one circle. Where's this again? Okay, now don't worry. There is okay, let's see. I'll leave it at that. And I will take calls. I'm so sorry that sometimes I can be very indecisive, okay? The thing is that I have something that actually pops up that I could just let go, but I'm like, no, I will leave the time. Now, you who has been with me all this night, now what you need to do now is you can like this broadcast, still share it, okay? Because I'm going to take a break. Now, when I get back, yeah, we can have our chat as usual. I will take calls. For those asking what's the number is on your screen. Just look at your screen right now. There is a number at the end of that text that is scrolling in. I mean, to the left on your screen, right? That is the studio number. It is direct calls. You can call it directly, or you can call through the WhatsApp. So I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. So I am back early enough, and I do have a caller on the line. Yes, the line is open now. You can be part of this too.
Baba.
Hello there, Baba.
Hi, good Baba.
How are you today?
Yeah, I do. Good evening to you from this side of town.
Good evening to you too. Should I call you? Should I call you Chugs, or I should just call you Mekus? Which one will you like me to?
I don't like Chooks really because it reminds me of something evil that happened to me while I was in Naija. So,
Bless you. So I don't want to remind you of that. So I should just stay with
no,
Mekus.
that one be. Or you
Bless
can
you,
call me
Baba.
the
How are
full
you
one.
this evening or this afternoon? You know,
Very good.
whatever time it is.
Very good. Very good.
Grant.
Yeah, it's evening. It's evening.
It is. Thank you so much for joining
Very
me.
good.
So please, you are my first caller, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm very happy. Honestly, last week Saturday, or was it 2 weeks back? It took like 200 attempts. You didn't pick, so I'm happy. I'm the first person.
I can only imagine. I'm glad you are through today.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's have it.
Yeah, Mayegu, it's unfortunate, really, when you think about it, that a terrorist or terrorist sympathizer or terrorist negotiator like Sheikh bin Gumi is still walking free in Nigeria and nothing is happening.
I swear, Baba.
Honestly, I do not understand that.
Do you know that they deported him from Saudi Arabia and they banned him from entering Saudi Arabia for life? Do you know that?
Look at that.
Saudi Arabia is Islamic country. Saudi Arabia is the origin. I mean, it's actually the headquarters of Islam. What have you, Abi? Omo. They deported this guy and they banned him from coming to their country because of his views. They believe his views are extreme. People like that cannot exist in their place. He was a teacher there. Like they gave him everything there. But they deported him. He's the one advising them in Nigeria, the terrorist capital.
And yet he walks freely and nobody is like, the thing is, it's normal, you know. He was there during Buhari's time talking his nonsense. Nobody caught him, nobody held him, nothing, you know. And then people are now here now looking to be able to see the way from Nigeria. They now become terrorists. I mean, just like you said the other time, if they explain Nigeria to you once and you understand it, they probably didn't explain it properly. Because it beats imagination. Anytime I think of or listen to things that happen in Nigeria, I'm like, oh my God. Are human beings really living in this place? You know, it's honestly, it is really, 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 really sad. It's also unfortunate that, you know, we have Kolo there that obviously doesn't know what he's doing.
But inflation is 31.7%.
My brother, The one where they weak me is Kolu had the infantry to go to, was it UAE, I've been a Saudi, and say, come and invest in Nigeria.
He did, though. He
I
went
mean,
to UAE, he went to Doha in Qatar. Mm-hmm.
how can, because if I'm not wrong, I think Nigeria, Malaysia, UAE, all these other guys were on the same level some years back. Okay. And we all have the same crude oil. Yet, I think it was Saudi that declared whether it was $121 billion in revenue or was it profits.
I don't know if I still have that picture, but maybe I don't, right? Nigeria's national budget is 28.7 trillion, Abi. Now, from that money, Nigeria is expecting to generate 10.7 trillion from crude oil. If you convert that money to Nigeria exchange rate to dollars today, right? That is practically somewhere around $7 billion. About $7 billion, the entire 200 million people in a country, right? They are waiting to generate $7 billion from crude oil, okay, in 2024. Yet Saudi, see, Baba.
It's unfortunate. And what pains me the most is even when he goes to let's even assume that Nigeria was a real place. Let's even assume that going to meet investors and asking them to come and invest is the correct way to go about it. Even the way he talks to them, come and invest in Nigeria. Why? Because hope is here.
Easy in, easy out. You bring your money, you take your money out.
Man,
anybody asking for bribe, call me, come and talk to me. Like, what the heck,
it is disgusting. It is disgusting, honestly. You can't have faith or pride in your country when you're being represented by this kind of individual. There's nothing.
It's impossible.
Baba, it's unfortunate too. It's really, really unfortunate. One last thing before I go.
All right, quick.
Okay. I don't understand Wiki's story. That he still keeps sitting down there bragging about he's being he just kind of makes himself seem like a saint. The way he talks.
No, he's fighting for the South. And most of you are not appreciating it. You don't know what he did. He said, you Southerners, you don't understand what he did for you. Because if not because of him, that Atiku will be your president today and the power will remain in the North. About who did that power serve in the first place? Did Buhari's power for 8 years serve the North?
At all. It didn't. It didn't. Everybody is suffering. We're all working for it. Baba, thank you very much. Let me know who the other people can call.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling in, okay? That's a very good one. And that's Emeka there. Let's remove that. That shouldn't be that loud, right? So let me clear the line for everybody who might want to be part of this tonight. Remember, all you have to do is just use the number on your screen. It works, okay? And you will be part of this conversation tonight. Also, where is that? Okay, yeah. Also, if you haven't really, drop your own offering. Offering is when you like the broadcast to show that you are here, right? Yeah, it's important. Okay, so looks so little, but so important. But if you don't see it that way, okay, fine. You won't be forced. Nobody will beat you, by the way, right? But if you do it out of love, it's great. Yeah, it's my caller. Hello.
Uncle Mike.
Oh, our lady. How are you doing this evening, ma'am?
I thank God. I thank God.
It's been a while, and your voice seems very clear this evening. And I want to believe you are well too, ma'am.
Yes, I don't want Emilio and his colleagues to give me hypertension.
Fair enough.
I'm watching it every day, but sometimes it gets me before I can call you. And I decide to let go because I see that some people say what I really wanted to say. It's unfortunate for all that is happening. Thank you for working for the rest of Nigerians, showing us things we normally would not have seen or known. You have been really, really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, and I saw about the kidnappings, about the guy who are trying to, yes, the death of the Oba, and so on. And the traditional dancing or information was just wonderful. People can get to know that this is the tradition. You know, they have this tradition in various places in Nigeria when the Obas die. But there are some Obas that die and take heads with them. So I hope it's not like that.
All of that, people are, I mean, see, there are some of them who have done so well. By the way, ma'am, right? There's so many of them who have done so well to keep all those traditions. You know, before, right? A crown prince in Edo.
I don't want to mention places.
They do not meet. They will never meet one-on-one ever. The next person that will be, but they have changed that about a few years back. The current Oba just wrote an edict and said, no, we won't do that anymore. I will see my prince. And indeed.
Yeah, I remember when one Oba died in Lagos. I was very young then. We were at somewhere close to Itire. I don't know if you know that area.
Itire.
And yes, and we were coming back from school. That was our last day. We partied on that particular day. So I never was allowed to come home late. Actually, I received some cane when I got home, you know. So, but as we were going home, we saw there was Oro. You know Oro. We don't know what Oro means. I knew that there was Oro. Women are not supposed to be seen. But, you know, we didn't even know that Anoba passed away and there was an Oro for him. So we were like 4 ladies and they just surrounded us. I don't know, from nowhere, one car just came in between us and opened the door and said, enter. The whole 4 of us, we entered. He said, bend down. We bent down. He switched off the inner light, and locked his car. I used to think that man may have been an angel sent to come and pick us, because we didn't know how it got there.
He probably saw from far that you were students, and then the innocent as well. Like, oh no, look at these students. I'm going to run.
I'm telling you, they already were singing, surrounded us. That man, you know, he horned very loud, and then they gave way. He said, enter. So we entered. That was how they were still trying to force him to open the door. He didn't answer them. And then he was horning very loud until they gave way for him to move. So he dropped us at Lawansin bus stop. He said, you guys be careful. That was very deadly. I'm sure you would not have gotten home today. They would have killed you people. So that's why I'm saying that I hope they don't take heads.
No anymore. No, but nowhere they take heads anymore. But they still tell those tales just to let people understand that, you know what about it, we don't do that anymore in most places. I mean, I've read where they have to see when an Oba dies in some part of Yoruba land, before they bury them, especially if they are like first class, like all those top Obas, right? Like Alafi or Awujale, Watauja, Shong, and all those big.
I knew Alafi for you. I did some documentaries about all of them.
Did you? So they will need 7 heads of 7 strangers.
Oh my
from
God.
7 lands. They don't use 7 foreign. From 7 land, 7 heads, and all that. So what they would then do is that until the 7 head is complete, they won't bury their king. And the entire community cannot have peace if their dead king is not buried. So everybody is going to be hunting for stranger from a land, far land and all. But all of that are like,
it's no longer
them
happening.
In the history and leave them there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then when it comes to that Oporo, we still do that. Because traditionally, right, when a king dies, it is ideal to inform all of the ancestors themselves to welcome him. And then it will clear the way for him of any evil and all that in town. So we have to bring Guru out. And for women, all it takes is just to, in fact, you can even put a scarf on your head until you're after the place and go indoor.
They say they're not supposed to see any woman, at a certain time, of the day. They're not supposed to be seen.
I mean, like.
Anyway, thank God. That would have probably been the day I would have left this world. But God sent a helper, you know.
Well, good
so I just want to
here with us. Go on, ma'am.
Yeah, thank God. This stupid man that is asking for negotiation or no peace. What is Emilio doing? Such a man, they ought to arrest him, for God's sake.
They have his record, but no, they won't.
They ought to arrest him. These are the people bringing in all these kidnappers into Nigeria. It's not as if, do you know that all these killings from these Fulanis, if it was happening from Yoruba land or from Igbo land, I can bet you that there would have been serious war.
And now imagine some Igbo youth put themselves together and they start kidnapping people in Sokoto, Kano, Borno, and everywhere. And they are there saying, if Nigeria wants peace, they must listen to their conditions. It won't even get to this stage. Or some Yoruba men or Yoruba youth or what have you, right, are going straight to Sokoto and all these places, and they start, kidnapping and killing, including their emirs, their what have you. Kill them and say, yes, if you don't give us what we want, you know what I mean? We are not leaving.
My God.
That would have been civil war now.
Nigeria is now like a country without any leader. Because people are just doing whatever they want.
Yes, now.
And the stupid Gumi, whoever he is, has the boldness to talk like this.
It's not the first time, ma'am. See, he said if they continue to kill terrorists, there will be more problem in Nigeria. That was 2 days ago. And today, he just warned them and said, well, I'm trying to help you guys. I know a lot of you say a lot of things. That's why he said, I know a lot of you have a lot to say about me, but government have guns, right? The terrorists also have guns. So you are telling the terrorists that, the government is going to kill them. Of course, they too will kill the government. Now, that's why, ma'am, that's actually how he described it. He said, you have gun, I have gun. You are telling me that you are going to kill me if I don't listen to you. And I'm like, of course, come and kill me. I will kill you too. So to him, he can be the peacemaker by telling the government to wait. The terrorists to wait. Come and chat.
Can any man named Kunle or any man named Okechukwu be able and bold to say such things?
I don't think so. They're not born and well.
Even just because Obi want to be president, see how they are fighting Igbo.
The entire hell is almost letting loose now. I mean, it was gone, Obi.
And Obi said, please don't fight, don't do anything. I want peace. I don't want to be a president by all means. And still, when the Gumis are killing people, they are busy calling the Igbos names.
Yeah, now.
What is going on?
It is Nigeria, man.
It's really, I thank you for being able to do what you're doing, because sometimes I pity you. There was a day I was hey, God, don't let Mayegun get hypertension from this Nigerian problem.
Never get one. I promise you, I will never get one.
Don't let it, when you leave the camera, please calm down and go and stay with your family.
Of course, sir. Now, you know one thing, right? I was on a program this evening before I came here, right? And it was on the TikTok, man. So I was telling people, I said, I have joined the gym, okay? Now, when people join the gym, it's because they want to lose weight. But for me, they have made me join the gym so that I can eat. So when people, fasting is something that a lot of people think you have to be a Christian or a Muslim before you fast. Sure, you get it. But I consider myself as somebody who fasts every day. I eat just once in a day. I could eat other snacks and all that too. But Agbeke now said that, and still I'm very healthy.
My regards to her,
You know what I mean? See, I'm still very much healthy, right? When they do all their tests. So on that TikTok today, I was now telling people that they have recommended that if I go to the gym and I exercise, when I come out, I will possibly be hungry, I will eat, and they've given me what I'm going to eat and all that. So I now said, in the next few days, right? in the next few months, I would like to come back and be bigger. So they now did a test on me. Well, it's practically what they check on you before you join. I'm 40, right? But they said every part of me or this composition of my body, right, is that of 24-year-old.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? So because I don't, that's a good thing. I was like, but on that TikTok, somebody now said, "Oh my God, I didn't know that my ego is this slim." I was like, "You see." So what the point there is that, ma'am, I am strongly healthy. For some reason, you might see me as 40, right? I've been told I'm 25. I'm going to take advantage of that. So hypertension, worries, and the rest of that. I think all of you can have your peace for now. Like, it's not going to happen soon.
Yes, someone like me, I called my daughter in Nigeria. Some of my neighbors, they surrounded that. They saw me on FaceTime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mommy, you are looking this. You are looking
younger. See?
Yeah, looking. I said, oh,
it is graceful.
I said, what are you guys seeing? But
Tell
her because she doesn't believe it when I tell her. Because I have passed through a lot.
Yes.
I've passed through leukemia problem for more than 10 years, 11 years.
Oh,
and many people have died of the same problem. It's no more to be seen, but they're still battling to get my immune system in order.
Well, here you are.
But one thing I do, I don't allow whatever it is to get on me.
It's the best we can.
When I see the doctor, doctor say your cancer. Doctor, please change your word.
Yeah, no, not my
part. Say the cancer. It's not my cancer. I didn't buy it. I don't know where it came from. I hate to hear that your disease. It's not my disease.
It is not yours. It is.
Please change it. Then you will change. Okay, the disease. I say good. So if you read that, I don't allow them to get at me. And I just thank God. I just want to wish everybody well. And with what is happening in our country, the way to manage it is to manage to keep yourself happy.
Yes.
Manage
as much as possible.
As much as possible. I'm telling you, even when there is no food, manage to laugh, smile.
Well, you know something, ma, right? My own advice to people is that no matter your problem, I beg chop. You get that?
That's it.
Once we have a problem whereby they give you food and you always lost your appetite. That is
even the chop now. Not everybody have money for the chop. Not everybody can afford
imagine you have money to chop, right? And then you just lose your appetite. Yes. So because some problems are just bothering me, and I'm like, see, any problem we person gets that will make you not able to eat. I'm not saying not afford to eat. Now I'm saying this is food, but there's no appetite for food. That is when we know there is problem.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll leave you, ma'am. Let me
drink plenty of water and keep yourself happy.
It's important.
Live. What is his name? Emilokon. We shall all outlive Omilokon by the grace of God.
I mean,
we will
by calculation anyway, that is possible.
I wish all our listeners and all members well, and I pray that we will outlive this man who is punishing us.
Well,
okay, my brother. God bless you.
You should have a good evening, ma'am. Okay.
Yes,
thank you so much. As always.
Yeah.
Okay. I just missed someone, which they will be like, how did I get that house? So yeah, I think I got it. So if I was, if I've been like going to the gym and I've been keeping fit like that, I would have had some muscles. Yeah, I was showing people on TikTok. I said, see, I used to have this, so I don't really have to I don't even have to squeeze it. You get what I mean? I don't really have to squeeze it. When I was growing up, right, I was very kind of athletic and that, right? So I do not, but Nigeria don't happen to me. See, my eyes don't see. See what we say, right? That we thank God that we don't look like what we have been through. Sure, you get now. But now I'm going to go back, and one of these days, you're going to see me wearing some, So I said that to someone on TikTok today, and I told them not to say I'm skinny, that like I'm toothpick or something. But they said if I was, I'm going to my caller, they said if I was a footballer, if I kept fit, right, I could probably just be a 25-year-old young man. All of you will see today, maybe playing football. And so I go just see me and say they said he's 24 because they will test my bone, test my blood, test everything around me, and it's all going to come out and say I'm 24. I swear that was what that machine told me. yesterday. He said, all my body composition, everything, call. They're like 24-year-old. That's 16 years short. That could be an extra 16 years for me. If I can maintain that till I cross a 60, I may get extra 18, extra 20. Trust me, it's worth it. Hello there, my caller. Or have I lost you?
Hello.
Yes,
hello,
sir.
Mayu.
I'm glad I haven't. How are you doing this
Hello,
evening?
sir. I'm blessed. I'm really, really blessed. Thank
Glad.
you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you for helping us to keep our mental health intact.
Bless you.
Because